Can you mow your lawn in the rain? The short answer is absolutely. Stop looking on YouTube for excuses why you can't get out there. Get out there and mow the lawn. If you want to know why you might not mow in the rain, here's a list of 10 reasons, or however many I come up with, why you shouldn't mow in the rain. So as I said, definitely you can mow in the rain. You're not going to be doing it every time you mow realistically. So none of these excuses or reasons why you potentially might not want to mow in the rain are absolute reasons why you can't mow. But we'll go through a list of common reasons why people would suggest you don't mow in the rain. Let's start from, in my mind, what are the least important reasons, and we'll finish with what are actual potential threats. Number one, slippery surfaces are a safety risk. Slips, trips and falls, we don't want them obviously. Now my thoughts on safety with anything, if you're not a walking liability, generally you're okay, but there is a percentage of the population that could get themselves into trouble. It's not even really slipping on the lawn or anything. I know at my old place we had a driveway which was a little bit steep. As soon as it got any water on it, it was super slippery. I always had to tell everyone to walk down it leaning forward if it was wet because it just got that slippery. Number two reason, increased wear and tear to your machinery. Again, I don't think this is a real reason anyway. If you were to actually quantify the extra percentage of wear and tear on your machinery for the small amount of times you probably mow in the rain, it's going to be extremely minute. So that may be something someone will say, but again, a very low bar reason for me why you wouldn't be mowing in the rain. The number three reason, staying on the equipment side of things, damage to your equipment. And by damage, I mean actually harming the machine, not just wear and tear. This is a petrol mower. I've left these things out in the rain, have very little issues with them. For the longevity of the machine, it's probably not ideal. Battery mowers, a lot of people would freak out about battery mowers being out in the rain. Reality is a lot of them now, the ingress protection they have from water, depending on the model, can be quite high. So most of them now can cop, drizzles of rain or rain. Some of them will even only have issues if you start hitting them with a direct jet of water. So are you going to destroy your machine? Highly unlikely. I wouldn't leave it outside, obviously, while it's raining. That's just not going to be good for the longevity of the machine. Number four, it's just uncomfortable. You're going to get wet. Your boots, your socks are probably going to get soggy. If you're out there for an extended time, you're just going to get drenched. You're not going to have a good time. Unless maybe you like being in the rain. Maybe you like singing in the rain. Number five, visibility issues. Now this one can be a little bit of an issue, more so, with line trimming. If you've got safety glasses on, they do tend to fog up quite quick in those sorts of conditions, leaving it very hard to see what you're doing. You don't want to be taking those glasses off, obviously. So if you had a lot of line trimming to do, which is a whole other thing from mowing, I don't like line trimming when it's raining. It just makes an absolute mess. Number six, depending on your machine and what you're cutting, how you've cut it, you could leave lots of ugly clumps of grass on the lawn, which just looks unsightly. A cosmetic thing, but also if you leave those clumps there for a long time, you pull the grass away, you'll see it'll have yellowed underneath. So there could be some merit to that. That gets back to how long the grass is as well. If it's maintenance mowing, you're not going to have that issue. With cutting overgrown lawns in the rain, like I said at the start, not fun. Number seven, and we're starting to get up to the reasons that actually have merit. Unless you are maintenance mowing, again, by maintenance mowing, I mean just clipping the top off it. If there is any sort of length there, you are highly likely going to clog the mower. The inside of the whole inside of the deck, all those wet clippings are going to stick to the inside of that deck, including the chute at the back, which is key to getting the grass out there. Once that clogs up, it's no fun. It's messy. You've got to stop the machine, put your hand in there, clear it out, and that's so much more likely to happen in wet conditions. Or even just high moisture content grass, which kaikuyu when it's going nuts. Number eight, potential damage to the lawn, physical damage in the way of ruts in the lawn, compaction from a heavy mower potentially. If you've got a really heavy mower, some of my mowers are 60 kilos. If you've got a real mower, like cylinder mower, you could have a 100 kilo mower, and wet, soggy soil is going to be compacted quite easily in those conditions. You could leave big brown wheel marks up and down your grass, which they'll go away. That's not the end of the world. It's more the ruts and the compaction that could be an issue. Now, number nine, decreased cut quality or lowered cut quality. I don't think I'm wording that correctly. Poor cut quality. Wet grass just doesn't cut as well. It's probably going to tear more, which is not what you want for your grass recovery. which really leads into our final reason you might not want to mow in the rain, and that is increased risk of fungal disease. Now, wet and particularly humid conditions are a great breeding ground for fungal disease on lawns. If you are slicing millions and millions of open wounds into your lawn, you will increase the risk of fungal disease. That's not saying you will get some sort of fungal disease, but you will increase the risk. I did say at the start, I think you can mow in the rain, it's no issue. Most people, they're not going to be doing it all the time. Most people just do it because they have to do it because of timing. Might have been raining for a week or two. You're not going to be mowing all the time in the rain. And if you are, I really feel sorry for you. But so yeah, the occasional wet mow, I think it's a go personally. It's never stopped me. I don't like it, but yeah, it's never stopped me. If you found this video helpful, maybe subscribe to the channel. There's plenty going on here about turf and also tools and what's going on my property here. There is lots to come in the way of turf. Actually, this whole area here will be sprayed out. We will have a cool season grass project coming up. We're just into autumn here in Australia, which means these warm season grasses really slow down, lose colour. So make sure you subscribe to see what's going on.